Good morning and welcome to We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. So today we are going to jump right in and talk a little bit on the notion of book signings because we have a book signing coming up for Fragile Brokenness, the book by myself, Dr. Latasha McElwain. And so we wanted to talk a little bit more about kind of our planning process and what we're in the midst of right now. I kind of wanted to share a little bit of the whole idea of, working as an author and coming up with the whole process of doing what I did in order to get this book out here. And then just talk about the book signing in general. And we are, of course, a family that do a lot of things on our own. So we are learning this whole entire process and we are jumping in and just, going to push and do some things, hopefully the right way. But I think there's no right way. It's just the way you want it to look. And so that's what we're working on. So Tremaine, I want you to jump in because I know you have watched me kind of go through this process as well. What has it been like for you kind of watching me go through this process and coming up with some things? And of course, always asking you for some updates about, different things that can be done. I know you've done some research on the back end for me. Let's talk a little bit about just the whole experience itself.
It's been a wild ride. I'll just say that.
Yes, it has been a wild ride, but can you elaborate more on the wild ride?
We've been doing things together for a long time. Like we always say, I've been here since the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, just watching the company being built, Insightful Options being built, different things of that nature, starting up, having to be there, having to maybe work in the company a little bit in time, it all was something. It was all learning experience.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. And we've taken it step by step, doing all the things that we do for all of our businesses, Insightful Options, Dr. Latasha McElwain, as well as Green McElwain Foundation. We have been just a little busy bee of a family, moving around different things. And so just to have a little recap, if the audience don't realize that I do have two sons with special needs, and with my sons having special needs, both of my sons have been able to jump in and work with me more in the aspect of building businesses and doing the things that we do. And for the most part, we do really work well together. And I'm glad I came up with the ideas of building my own businesses and having my sons be more encouraged to build their own businesses as well, because it does help with our family, of course, my work-life balance, and then our whole family, sometimes we're working together. So when we do this book signing event, these will be events that we will be doing as a family. We will be together. Of course, I am the author of the book, and one day hope to have spin-off books where Tremaine could be the author of his book and Michael could be the author of his book. But for right now, I am the author of the first book, and having that in place, we're going to have Michael in place to do some the refreshments, and he's of course showing off his culinary skills. He's just finished culinary school and he's finishing off those, just going to show off those skills and finishing up some testing that he's doing with the culinary school. So he's all set, all done, just getting some certifications in place. And then Tremaine, of course, has completed programs over with Access 21, getting all of this good stuff when it comes down to production, when it comes down to editing, when it comes down to, shooting a show, shooting a podcast, all these fun things Tremaine has been involved in. And so he's been bringing us all this good stuff that we've been putting out here on the radio, on our podcast. He's been putting all this information, all this good stuff together and keeping us afloat when it comes down to doing what we do. So this has been something really great for our family to come up with these, for me to come up with these ideas and for them to jump in as well and have these different things that they're doing. So With that, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to a commercial break and we'll be back after these messages. Hi, this is Dr. Latasha McElwain, and I would like to introduce my first book. The name of my first book is Fragile Brokenness: The Unspoken Secrets That Shape a Pretty Unprotected Girl into a Practicing Clinician and Therapist. My key phrase is, when life gave me lemons, I gave life a doctor. I hope this would be an inspiring read for everyone, with inspiring experiences and heavy experiences that will bring about the importance of being self-aware, dealing with traumas, and being focused on your mental health wellness. The proof is in the journey. I hope you enjoy my book, Fragile Brokenness: The Unspoken Secrets That Shape a Pretty Unprotected Girl into a Practicing Clinician and Therapist. Sales begin December 2023. And we're back with We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. And today we're talking about just getting in the whole business of book signings. And like, of course, I mentioned earlier, we're signing my first book. So we're going into my book signing season. And with my book signing season, basically, we have been, again, a family that have worked together and we do a lot together. Tremaine's on the back end doing all the production things, putting things out for me, whether it be social media or whether it be just videos and different things of that nature. Even when I'm doing workshops and when I'm doing corporate presentations and things of that nature, he's on the back end getting a lot of those videos up and running for us. So with that being said, we have a lot that's happening in our family. Again, I mentioned earlier that my son Michael just finished culinary school. He's going to be doing a lot of the food prep for the light refreshments that we'll have at the book signings as well. So with this, we're kind of creating a different experience for book signing that is not as traditional as book signings are going to be. So one of the things that I envisioned was the fact that I have an office space in Uptown Charlotte. Of course, I'm going to have my guests, visitors, purchasers, customers are going to be coming to my office location. And because we have access to the building, I'm doing it a little bit where they're going to have time to mingle in the front area of the building where they can have light refreshments and kind of talk with other people and things of that nature. And then we're going to move on to another area of the building where we'll have them in like a conference area where they can actually browse the items that we have available, which we do have a good bit of items available. We are selling not only just my book, we are also selling my journals, and we have several different types of journals. We are also selling t-shirts, we're selling mugs, we're selling yoga mats, and these are all the things that kind of go along with our businesses, as far as the Green McElwain Foundation, as far as Insightful Options, as far as the Dr. Dream Dancer Studios, all these different things we're going to be, just publicizing to our friends, family, customers, individuals that are interested in what I'm doing. So this is something that we are really putting out there and trying to kind of bring it to life in the way we want it to come to life, versus being on, per se, I wouldn't say someone else's schedule, but being on a production schedule per se. We have created our own production schedule. And then we'll have another room where individuals will go into, they'll meet with Tremaine and my internship supervisee team, and they'll be doing like video recordings and information like that, just getting information about how they know Dr. McElwain, how they've experienced Dr. McElwain, and then good things they just want to say. And they do have a list of questions that they'll be asking individuals. And that'll be just information that we're going to be getting, yes, for me to hear later, but also for our audience to hear on a later basis as well, as far as, what people have to say about the good things that the Green McElwains are doing in the community and trying to really encourage and lift the community up. So I think that that's something major to talk about as well. So we're going to definitely do that piece of it. And then the last part of where individuals will be coming to is where I would be sitting in the office area. And in the office areas where we'll kind of do the signing of the book, and I'll greet everyone and speak to different individuals. But it will be a very intimate environment. So I'll probably only have 2 or 3 people in my office at one time, probably 1 or 2 or 3 people, whatever the case may be, where we're doing the book signing. I wanted it to be in compartments, so we wouldn't be doing everything in one big room. So I really strategically put together this book signing so it'd be, worth an experience for people to kind of see what we're doing and how we can do some things and putting some things together. And again, I always tell people that people look at me and be like, oh my goodness, she can do anything. She's, got this, got that. It's not about can do anything, got this, got that. It's all about having a vision, having a thought, and then putting it together and then strategizing for it. And then just, I tell people all the time, I'm a big person that plays in my imagination all the time. So I just imagine the things that I want to do and the things that I want to see. And then I just go out there, and I always go, I say this to, get to the point of, I go on a shoestring budget every single time I do an event. I don't go into an event with this big budget of $10,000 to put into a event or whatever the case may be. We've had several events in 2023 that I definitely went in on a shoestring budget. Was able to get some people in sponsoring a few things here and there. Even if they didn't sponsor it fully, they were able to do maybe a half rate on what they charged me, and then the other rest of it was just them, doing it because they know we're providing a good service and we're doing some good work in the community. So it's been that kind of situation where I tell people, even if you don't have, the finances to back you when it comes down to doing things, all you can really do is put it out there, make it small if you would like, and then take it bigger later, but give yourself a chance to grow. So that's what we've been doing in our family. Tremaine, I'm gonna jump you in right quick to see if there's anything you wanted to share with that, because, we've done a lot here. We've done a lot in the last year. We really kicked up with everything that we're doing.
I mean, I think you said everything that I was thinking about, whether, it be the events and other things we've been doing. I think you kind of hit all the points that I was thinking about hitting. But yeah, it's been a long road, and a lot. I mean, it's not as hard as you would think it is.
And that's what I'm trying to say and trying to put out there, Tremaine, is that people think it's hard, to start stuff and do things. But if you start small and you just do something with, a limited budget, the sky's the limit. Once people start seeing you do things, then you can definitely, kick in and get some other things going just by the fact that people see that you've already done one, or you've done two, or you've done a few here and there. So that's what our goal is, and that's what we anticipate, is as we continue to grow, we'll start seeing things get bigger and bigger and get better and better. So yeah.
And the one thing I love that we do is that we try to involve the community in most of our things. We try to build communities, within people, meet other people. It's a lot that we do that I think is maybe not traditional, but it's fun. But I think it's a great thing.
Oh yeah, the networking piece of what we do is amazing. I think that's wonderful. Thanks for bringing it up, Tremaine, and reminding me that we do bring people together and connect people from the community. So with that, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back after these messages. Dr. Latasha McElwain's Professional Consulting Services. Dr. Latasha McElwain has become an elite and esteemed professional in her field of counseling psychology. She provides consultation in counseling and business practices, as well as providing supervision, consultation to professionals in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Please reach out to drlatashamcElwain.com www.drlataShaMcElwain.com, 704-492-1105. And we're back with We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. So today, as we were talking about kind of the book signing whole process of what we're doing as a family with Fragile Brokenness, which is my first book. I'm Dr. LaTosha McElwain, of course. But with that being said, we're doing a book signing on February the 3rd from 1 o'clock p.m. to 3 p.m. February 3rd is a Saturday. It's going to be at 615 East 6th Street in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Kara Hoffman Community Center. That's in our Uptown location in Charlotte. I do have an office in that building. So even if you go to my website, you'll see my office address as well. So we will have our first kickoff of our public book signing event. That one again is going to be on February the 3rd, Saturday, February 3rd from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., 615 East 6th Street, Carol Hoffman Community Center. And then because I love my hometown so much, we are going to make a trip to my hometown. We'll be doing a book signing of Fragile Brokenness by Dr. LaTosha McElwain on Saturday, February 24th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That is going to be at 2921 High Market Street in Georgetown, South Carolina. And we'll be doing that book signing there with a lot of our family and friends from the area. We're very excited about that. We are, again, just, looking to be, blessed with family members that'll be around to be able to see this. And again, that Saturday, February 24th, that is location in Georgetown is 2921 High Market Street, Georgetown, South Carolina. And there is another event that actually will make an appearance at. It is going to be here closer to Charlotte, but not in Charlotte. It is going to be in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It'll be at the Emmett Scott Center. That is on February the 10th. It's the inaugural event, and it's the Literary and Art Festival. This is the first one they're having. So Emmett J. Scott. It'll be at the Emmett Scott Center in Rock Hill. And we're definitely looking forward to doing that event, because that'll be my first public event that's not an event that I actually created. So I'm looking forward to it and meeting with other authors and meeting with other artists in that event space as well. So I think it's going to be definitely something to look for, something to do, something to really get the word out there. There is going to be a special guest on the Literary Arts Festival, which is Elaine Brown. She is going to be there. She is a former chairwoman of the Black Panther Party, and she is also the granddaughter of Emmett Scott. So this is going to be really amazing. And she's also an author as well. So we're going to be at that event on February the 10th in Rock Hill from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you get a chance, you can come out to any of the events and see us. We are excited to be doing everything that we're doing. But this is the first event that we're putting on when it comes down to our book, my book being out there. But, as a family, I say our all the time and we. But this is what we're doing. If you have any thoughts or any questions or want to reach out to us, you can definitely reach us 704-492-1105. Or you can also go to our website, www.insightful-options.com. You can also get us at www.greenmcelwainfoundation.org. Or you can also just go to www.drlatashamcElwain.com. And so again, we always thank our audience for listening to us. We love that you guys view us and come back every week to hear us here. If you, again, want to just share some tips or anything with us, we are here. When you have questions, we are here. Please reach out. And again, thanks for joining us this week with We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. Have a great one. We Got Options with the Doctor and Son. a family conversation discussing mental health and wellness topics weekly with a variety of special guest appearances. Join us every Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. on www.wdrbmedia.com.